What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Daily Refinement. I don't know if it's working. I'm just going to test it on my channel first before we get straight into it. Today's topic is super exciting. I want to just talk about my new motivation, and let's see if it works, and then we'll get straight into it. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear this, and we'll get straight into the motivation for the day. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Let me know in the chat if you can see the audio okay, or if you can see the video okay and the audio is working, and we'll get straight into it. Yeah, working? Okay. What's up, guys? My name is Chris. I sell stuff online. Let's get straight into it. I am super motivated right now, and I want to share my enthusiasm and excitement with you guys. I know I'm a little bit of a monotone dude, so it doesn't look like I'm that excited, but I am psyched. So I had an amazing time at my wedding. Thank you guys so much for being patient while I was gone for 4 days. I actually have some content, but I just wanted to unplug for a few days and enjoy my new wife. So life is good. I have the ring. I already lost it on the first day because I'm not used to wearing it. Don't take it off because you might lose it. So I'm going to leave it on. And I also recognize something. I have been trying to assign some kind of meaning to this ring because I'm like, I've never worn jewelry before. It's really uncomfortable for me. And I just want to take it off. I remember as soon as I put it on, I'm like, this is so uncomfortable. And I took it off as soon as I got home. We went to dinner and she's like, how's the ring? And I was like, I don't know where the ring is. So we left dinner, came back home, and it was on the counter. I literally took it off as soon as I got back from the wedding. So that being said, this is what I want to talk about, the motivation. So what is the motivation for this ring for me? What is it about my marriage that's going to be different from before I was married? And the key is I want to be kicking so much butt in life. Sorry, I can't swear because of monetization. That I don't notice the ring. In the last couple of days, I have been crushing it, and I don't even notice the ring unless I'm talking about it because I'm just so focused on what I want to do. And I'm so psyched to be ruthless. That sounds crazy. Okay, but I am super ruthless with my time right now. Somebody asked me a question, I'm going to immediately address it and give the best possible answer I can and then move on. That's how I'm going to operate now. There's so many people that I can help actually build an awesome resale business, and I believe that. So people who are emailing me, this is what I'm offering. It's either going to be you are in my mastermind group and you talk to me, or if you don't have any money, just email me for free. And I'm going to do the best I can to answer those people because there's nothing more satisfying than having some FU money in the bank. And so that you can work for fun. And I'm not rich, but I kind of am in that situation where I'm working just for fun. Okay. So I want to share that with everybody in the audience right now. I'm not saying you guys are going to get wealthy off of reselling. I actually don't think that that's true. I think that reselling is an excellent side hustle. Making an extra 500 to $5,000 a month, reselling is for you. It's awesome. All you have to do is be consistent, build a habit of listing, and you guys are going to be able to generate that kind of income. Could you do it for a living? Yes, but it also requires you to be a business owner, not just a reseller. You've got to figure out how to get consistent supply, how to consistently list it, how to get your schedules and routines in place. And that's like my air. I love talking about listing faster. I was just on Harry Tornado Josh's channel. I'll put that in the link below. Josh, if you're listening in the chat, go ahead and throw your channel in the description so people can find it, Harry Tornado. And he asked me a couple of questions. How do I stay motivated? And also, how do I list faster? And for me, listing faster is like the point of life. I really like the process of trying to list faster. In the last couple of days since I got back from the wedding and bachelor party, I've been enjoying listing again, getting in there, figuring out how things work, different processes. I'm loving it. I love trying to make it faster. I enjoy that part of it. I like the idea of having somebody do it for me also, but I don't necessarily want to automate my own job. If I was completely financially free, I would still sell stuff for a living. I just reached out to Beat the Bush again, and Beat the Bush, as you guys know, he's a local guy. He has a YouTube channel. He's financially independent. He's retired. He's probably around the same age as me. He no longer needs to work for money. On his YouTube channel, he doesn't need to make YouTube videos for a living. he doesn't need to do anything at this point. He could just wake up, do whatever he wants, go to sleep, and never run out of money. I'm not at his position yet, but if I was, I would still resell. I enjoy going out there, finding goods, arbitraging deals. I enjoy that, but I have a whole new outlook right now. So if you guys are in the chat right now, let me know if you feel the same way, or if you were rich, you wouldn't resell at all. Some people actually don't like reselling that much. They're just doing it to make some extra money so they can do something that they do like. And I totally agree with that as well. I'm going to give some really, really unpopular advice, which is I don't think you should quit your job ever. I think everyone in the chat right now should get into the top 20% of their field, whatever it is. If you want to be a full-time reseller, be in the top 20% of resellers. Randy had mentioned the chat. I'm actually not sure if the video quality is good or not because I'm not plugged into Ethernet. I do have a decent microphone and video setup, but I don't know if it's coming through clear because I don't have the fastest internet. So let me know in the chat if it's working. This is actually not even HD. This is 720. So let me know in the chat if the audio is okay. You saved up money working at a restaurant, knew nothing about clothes, but was ruthless at Goodwill. Yes, I love it. And I want to be ruthless deep down inside. I want to be strict and get stuff done. It's like I even want to have fun ruthlessly. Like show up at my house, I'm going to make you the best eggs Benedict ever. Okay, like that's what I want. I want to be ruthless about everything. I don't know why that's gotten into me recently, but I like this get it done attitude. I'm really into it versus the opposite would be like, whatever, I'll be successful or not. I don't want to be apathetic. I want to be like, let's get it done together right now, to the point. Let's make it happen. Let's see. Have your main job pay the bills and resell on the side. Yeah, I have to give this advice again because I just wish someone had told me. At my marriage, at my wedding, people were asking me, do you recommend being an entrepreneur? And I was like, I don't even care if I get demonetized. A resounding hell no. I do not recommend being an entrepreneur. I don't recommend it. It's like not good because you definitely sacrifice your relationships. A lot of people sacrifice their health. It's so difficult to make a business work. Are you kidding me? You can just get into the top of your field and make plenty of money and not have to do all this, not have to figure out how to make it work. You can just go to your job. If you're good at your job, then you won't have any issue being fired because you're irreplaceable. So you got to be in the top 20% of your field so people actually want you to work there. And just hustle on the side. Do real estate on the side. Invest in the stock market on the side. Don't quit your day job. If I follow Jay Leno's line of advice right now, which is always have two streams of income, live on the smaller income. In the last video, Josh and I went over my bills. My bills are $3,500 a month. It's actually $3,559. That includes my mortgage payment. So I live in the Bay Area. It's expensive to live here. So it's not that much money. I'm living on roughly $1,100 a month. It's not that much, right? That also includes health insurance. It includes my cell phone bill. I'm living really lean right now, and I love it. I love having no bills. And it's just like, I want to give that to everybody who's watching this channel. No bills is fantastic. All the money just goes straight into investment every single month. And it's just like the best feeling ever. I remember in my 20s, I had lifestyle inflation. I wrote down all this stuff on a vision board. I'm like, I'm going to have a Lamborghini, this giant house. I'm going to have butlers and stuff. I don't even know what that doesn't even sound, at this point, that sounds kind of dumb because I'd have to manage those people and they would be in the house with me. And now I just want a simple life. I want to focus on providing as much value as I can to people as possible. And I want to do the most. So when somebody asks me a question, I want to try to answer more than they asked for. Because when I was trying to learn reselling, I would ask a question and people would respond like, you should go kill yourself if you can't figure out how to list an item on Amazon. So I'm like, wow, really? This is the person that's in charge of this group, this person? And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. Okay, so I want to be the person that's actually useful. If you guys have noticed my videos, I'm trying to be as useful as I can in the shortest amount of time possible. Okay, I want everyone to get into the top 20% of their field. I kind of want to rewrite how I was raised, although I'm not complaining about how I was raised because I have a really good work ethic. But I would have told my 8-year-old self, hey, little dude, all you have to do is get really good at one thing. And then this thing that I'm telling you to be really good at, maybe you don't like, but if you know how to do it, you can get really good at that for something else that you actually do like. Come in. I'll cover so you guys can't see she's coming in. Well, you want to say hi? Sure. Come say hi. So yeah, my new wife has been on 0 videos of all of my things. Hey, what's up? So yeah, this is there's a first for everything. Yeah, robots are taking a lot of jobs. If you guys have seen my fiance or my wife now on any of my videos, let me know in the chat. But it's like very rare. She's not on any of my videos. Wow. Keith is saying in the chat that you can't be in the top 20% of being a truck driver because a robot will still take your job. I agree with that. And my friend Eric, who came to my wedding, guys, thank you for saying she's beautiful. She is beautiful. My friend Eric, who came to the wedding, said, Chris, he works for Outdoor Research. That's kind of a bolo. If you guys have Outdoor Research. Okay, Outdoor Research is a company that sells outerwear. I'm from Utah, so all of my friends live in Utah, and they flew out for my wedding. And he was saying how even in his small factory and warehouse in Utah, within 5 years, there will be no people working in the warehouse. Wow. I mean, you let that settle for a second. In 5 years, there will be no people working in their warehouse, and they're not Amazon. They're just like a small mom and pop outdoor goods company, right? So like this is a small company that's figuring out how to automate everything in their warehouse. So being a truck driver, this is a really good question. I think if you were in the top 20% of truck drivers, maybe your job wouldn't be automated. Could you be one of those people that could deliver something more important than a robot? Like, hey, there are these really high-end goods that need to be hand driven to the location. We don't want to trust the robot. I don't know. Maybe you would still be replaced as the top truck driver in the country because maybe a robot doesn't get tired. It doesn't have to take a break. I don't know. Maybe that is the case where if you have one of these jobs that's going to be replaced, you definitely need to switch into something that's more skilled, quote unquote skilled. But I don't know, guys. I think it's really, really important to think about what's happening. So Krillin is asking if I'm in the Yang Gang. I'm in the Yang Gang just because I'm Asian, but like I think that the concept of universal basic income makes sense to me, but the problem is I don't know where it's going to stop. Like, give people $1,000. Should you give them $2,000, $5,000? What is enough to make that work? Because that's going to screw up our economy. What I think a solution from me, I'm not a politician, obviously, but a solution from me is to make education as free as possible to give people the best chance of coming out. So for me, I want to be the best reselling channel. I don't know if you guys think I'm the best reselling channel, but let me know in the chat. I want to be the most useful reselling channel to help people get that extra money and build something. So that's my personal goal. I think if everybody had that goal of just teaching what they're doing, then the need for college education would go down and the cost of college education would drop. Right? If people could get the same information for free on the internet or for $10, it's probably going to put pressure on the colleges to be a lot cheaper. Right now, can you imagine paying $400 for one textbook on one subject? I mean, that's the most expensive online course, and people are complaining. I've never heard more if I had a $2,000 course, I'd be crucified on the internet. I don't. My course is $35. So that's my plug. I'm trying to make it as affordable as possible. Even at $35, some people still can't afford it. I have a payment plan that's 3 payments of $13. a significant number of the people who buy my course buy that because they don't even have $35 for the course. They're really strapped, right? So for those people, if you're really in a bad situation, just email me. I'll give you the course for free. I'll try my best to make that work. That's just like a thank you so I can just keep talking and make this a little bit more worthwhile. But even the best flat earther is still wrong. I love that. I don't understand how the flat Earth theory works because there's no evidence that there's an edge. So that's why I don't understand the flat Earth theory. Someone could put that in the chat for me. I don't see how there are any flat earthers because I've never seen the edge of the world. Let's see. Get good at fixing robots. Yes, that's important. That's why I recommend, if you're trying to list fast, write down all the different steps. Title, description, business policy, shipping, return policy. Figure out all the different item specifics and criteria for your listing, and then duplicate that on Poshmark, Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook. Learn what all the pieces are, because the macro that I built that lists for me is the same as sites like Sellhound or List Perfectly, but I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to. It's free. I just spent the time to build it one time, and now it does it for me automagically. I don't have to pay anymore. There's no recurring costs. There's no monthly subscription. I just figured it out myself. Let's see. Yeah, they have automated trucks on the road. Yes, that's what I heard for the warehouses as well. People will put it into the box and set it on the conveyor belt to go into the warehouse, and then at that point, that's it. People aren't involved anymore. Even the transportation side will be either drones or trucks. That's a little bit scary. UBI may not work for you. Yeah, I think UBI is good. The only issue I have with it is just the amount of UBI. I don't fully understand how that will work. That's why I also don't agree with forgiving all student loans. Because I don't really, some people work all the way through college and pay for their own school. Some people buy a BMW with their student loan. So how do you determine who deserves to have their loan forgiven, right? That's why I don't necessarily agree with that part of it. And UBI, does giving $1,000 to every person every month help overall? I think so. I personally do think so. The issue is just how does it go up and down, right? Can we do this VAT tax that they're talking about? Adding a VAT tax to every item sold. Who's collecting that? How do we prevent that VAT tax money from being stolen? Because it's going into the government, but is that money really going into our old infrastructure? Our roads suck. Our public transportation is horrible. I mean, you really are screwed if you're trying to work in a big city because there's no place to live. I don't know. It's about spending, not income. Handouts never help. They adjust the low bar. Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I agree with that. I think that the handouts should be based on education, because the jobs are shifting. The jobs are changing. They're not the same as before, and we need to educate people on these new jobs. That's why I'm spending so much time working on listing and programs and learning stuff, because I can always resell, but there's going to be tools that make a lot of reselling automatic, and I want to be on the side that knows how to do that. Can I have a personal and business account on eBay and Amazon? You can. I think with Amazon, you have to have a separate LLC to do that. But you can have separate eBay and business accounts. You can have as many eBay accounts as you want, as many businesses as you want. And most people don't know that. You actually can sell your eBay account. All you have to do is convert it from a personal account to a business account with an LLC, and you can transfer the LLC to somebody else. You can sell an eBay store. So for some people who are wondering about that, you can. What's up, Shnia? I don't necessarily think everything will get more expensive with UBI, kind of, because there's going to be certainly quite a few people who don't spend it, right? So I understand where that's coming from. The issue is just the amount. Why is it only 1,000? right? What if someone wants 2,000 or 5,000, or if Amazon takes over and they deliver every single package? Is there going to be a 20% VAT? And how does that VAT come back to us? Or is it just go into some government? Does it go into the defense budget? That's my question, right? Are we just buying more tanks with that money? How do we get it back into the actual infrastructure? I want that. I want a transit system like Asia, where you can live 40 minutes from the city and the rent is 1/5 of what it costs in the city. They don't have that here. You have to drive in a car from really far away to wherever your job is, and it's really expensive. So I want the infrastructure, but I don't know how we're going to pay for it. I think the VAT tax is a good idea, but I don't know how we're going to fix the situation. I think it's more complicated than UBI. That being said, I'm still Yang Gang because I think he's better than the rest, but I don't think UBI is going to solve much. Yeah, Rusty Raccoon. It is a new camera. It's the same microphone as before, but it's actually still not. It's only 720, so it's not 1080 even. So I would need to get a better internet connection in order to stream at a higher quality for you guys. But I still think this is pretty superb compared to my previous potato quality. If you guys do have questions, throw them in the chat. I'm going to answer a few more questions. And if you're in the chat right now, help me out. Smash the like button. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I will do more lives because this software StreamYard is pretty freaking cool. It's pretty awesome. Let's see. Yeah, there is a lot of automated stuff. Wow. A lot of Utahns in the chat. That's awesome. Okay, I want to give you guys two more thoughts before I take off. One is the momentum part. I'm going to do separate videos on this, but momentum is key. It's really hard to get going on stuff, really easy to keep the momentum going in one direction. So for those of you who are listening right now that are trying to get to the next level, all you have to do is just not miss 2 days in a row. Figure out what you want to do. For me, it's 30 listings a day. I don't want to miss more than 30 listings a day, more than 2 times in a row. Just keep that momentum going, and the momentum will carry you to the next level. All I have to do is increase whatever the amount is that you're trying to do to get to the next level. Josh had asked me on the video before this, how do I determine if it's worth it for me to quit my job or not? And he has a lower income requirement than the Bay Area. I think they only need to make $3 or $4 grand a month to comfortably live wherever he is. So I would say aim for at least 5 to 10K a month, because you need a goal that's exciting to actually get out of bed and do it. You can't just pick a goal that's just getting by, because that's not exciting. You're not going to actually follow through with that. You need to pick a goal that's powerful, like I want to be financially independent, or I want to go to a restaurant and just order what I want instead of whatever's cheapest. You need a goal that's exciting, and then you need to put that goal somewhere visible. How am I getting ready for Q4? Great question. So right now I'm working on some different replenishable ideas. I want to capitalize on stuff that's going to sell right away. And I'm okay with taking the time to build that up, because my biggest concern is running out of stock. I don't want to get in a situation where I finally find something that's really good and it's going to sell really quickly and I don't have enough in stock. There's a store that I'm following right now that's sold between 1,200 and 1,500 items in August with only 7 listings. That's the kind of store that I want to learn how to do, right? I want to get stuff that you can order, and it's not easy. And I've been working on these ideas for a while, but that's where I'm heading. So what am I doing for Q4? I'm actually researching things that won't go out of stock so I can sell them year round. I'm actually not that concerned with Q4 because it's going to happen every single year. I want something that sells year round. Don't try to sell everything in your niche. I agree with that. Timothy is saying he doesn't like Sellhound. I personally don't like Sellhound that much. It's slower than me doing it myself currently. So hopefully it gets better. I haven't fully utilized List Perfectly yet. The reason is because it doesn't automatically delist the item for me like my current macro ends the item for me. So that's why I'm using my own system right now. Yes, or Otho is asking about my rental car business. All of those videos come out on October 1st, so I have a whole series of those to help people get into that business. I have a link for that in my description below. What I recommend is you guys try renting a car on the service first. Use my link to try it out. You get $20 off your first rental. Try and see if you actually like it. And it's just like everything, guys. It's not passive income. There's still some work involved with it, but I'm coming out with a full series. I'm going to do that with Latisse Hudson. She's going to take the point on that because I don't have enough time to really do that properly. So she's going to be running all the questions and structure on that to help you guys do it because she has more cars than me. I think I have 4 and she has 11 cars in the system. So researching is half the battle. Oh man, that's true. It's all about that. Camellia, what's up? How many on the chat have converted the managed payments? I'm gonna wait until they force me to do it. Mark, you love the replenishable idea. Yeah, it's mainly research. That's what I'm doing most of the day. Duncan, what's up? Thank you for he wants me to have 10 kids. I don't know if she's gonna let me do that many. Maybe 2. How about Sellbrite? I love Sellbrite. One of my private coaching clients is going to do that for multi-platform. She's doing $38,000 a month right now. She wants to get to $60,000. She's going to do that by listing on multiple platforms using Sellbrite. So I'm going to do some more videos on that. Justin, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Yeah, it's awesome. All of the gifts on our registry were purchased, so thank you so much. I don't know if anybody on YouTube contributed, but thank you very much. When you're listing on your site, doesn't matter if it sells similar or new products. I personally use sell similar every single time. So whatever you get your process is, my process starts with sell similar. Turo is harder to manage because you have to hand the key to the person. Not my favorite system. It's okay though if that's your full-time job. Yeah, that's a good idea, Mark. I'll work on that, making that as free as I can. The replenishables game is something that is important and everyone needs to learn how to do. What spreadsheet or software do I recommend to stay on top of bookkeeping and accounting? I recommend you buy Mark II's book on reseller finance. It's $20. You need to read that so that you understand what you need to keep track of. He's an actual CPA. I just keep track on a simple Google Doc, but the easiest way is to just use one credit card and something like QuickBooks. That'll be the easiest way to keep track because just expenses in, revenue in, simple as that. But again, I'm not a CPA, so I recommend a spreadsheet, one credit card, one bank account. Is there any software yet that keeps track of sales, profits, and fees? There isn't anything easier than Excel right now, and that's because multi-platform sellers are a little bit more complicated. So there's not a current solution other than QuickBooks, or I guess you could use the GoDaddy version, which I forgot the name of it, but GoDaddy has a version of accounting that will reconcile your monthly invoices. The reason why I don't use the GoDaddy one is it's not exact. So I'd rather just use my PayPal invoice right now. That's another reason why I don't use managed payments on eBay. You bought that book. Yeah, Miguel bought that book and said it was worth the $20. I mean, it's a no-brainer, guys. Wouldn't you like to know how to keep track of your expenses from an actual CPA that resells? I mean, that's a no-brainer. What is a good time frame when dropping prices? It depends on what your item is. If you're selling, I'm going to give you guys an example that I got from eBay Open. That'll be my final tip for the evening because I got to run. Which is, when do you drop prices, was the question asked to Scott Hamilton. He's in charge of search for eBay. Cassini, he's like one of the main people that works on it. And he said, don't drop the price if the market yields X amount of money. So the example he gave was for a watch link. The watch link pieces sell for $60 for this particular watch. And there's only one for sale. Now this watch you need to wait for the market to have somebody who's looking for that watch link. Decreasing the price to 50 or 40 or 30 or 20 or 10 does not actually affect the supply of people looking for that item, the demand, right? There's only one supply. There's no reason for you to lower the price. So it depends on what you're selling. Now, that same watch link, if it sells for $60 on the website, don't charge $100, because then they can just buy it on the watch website for that price. You want to be a little bit less than the market so someone's actually getting a good deal. But that would be one of those situations where you might list it at $59 if it's $60 online with free shipping, free returns, and just leave it there forever with best offer. Or maybe you do $50 with no best offer and just let it sit until it sells. It depends on what you're selling. If you're selling a widget the example I'm going to give is a Logitech keyboard. I met a couple that sells 550 a day of each. Okay, on all their platforms, they sell over 1,000 items of just two things: the Logitech keyboard mouse combo and the Logitech webcam. They just sell two products, and they get it from directly from the manufacturer, and they sell for roughly $20. Now, if you were to price your item at $21, the chances of you selling it are zero, because why wouldn't you buy it from someone who has hundreds available, perfect feedback, free returns, free shipping, and they're probably paying promoted listings? Your $21 mouse will never sell. But if you list your mouse at $19, you probably sell it in 5 minutes, because it's cheaper than the existing. It's going to rank higher if people are sorting from low to high. So that's a complicated question on pricing. But yeah, I'll put that reseller finance link in my chat. It's on my channel as well. And if you guys don't know, all of my content is available on iTunes as well. In the podcast, Google Play, Stitcher, all the places that podcasts live, SoundCloud, my podcast is there with all of the different episodes. There's also no ads. If you guys want to listen to it on the podcast, I just ask you leave a review so other people can find it. I have tried Sellhound. It's okay. I tried 40 listings with it. It's slower than me listing myself. Spotify as well. Yep. Yeah, it's $20. It's a no-brainer. And I think I make a couple bucks if you guys buy it through my link, so I would appreciate that, but not required. It's just something that every single reseller should read. So if you guys are still listening, smash the like button. I'm going to see you guys next time. Again, I'm doing daily content now. If you guys have any questions or any topics that you'd like me to cover, please email me at chris@dailyrefinement.com. I'll see you guys later. Take care.